In the vibrant village of Mikude, on the eastern edge of St. Lucia, where coconut palms whisper secrets to the sea, a boy was born who would carry the pride of a nation and an entire cricketing region on his shoulders. Daren Julius Garvey Sammy, born on the 20th of December, 1983, was the sixth of 8 children in a humble but close-knit family. His childhood was steeped in simplicity. His father, Wilson Sammy, was a diligent laborer, and his mother, Clara Sammy, was the heart of their household, a woman of grace, faith, and ferocity when it came to protecting her family. Though financial hardships loomed, love and laughter overflowed in their modest home. Cricket was a daily rhythm in young Daren's life. He played barefoot in dusty alleys, with bats carved from coconut branches and stumps made from soda bottles. But every shot he struck and ball he bowled carried a burning belief. One day, I will wear that maroon cap. His early education at Mikude Secondary School revealed 2 things: his talent and his tenacity. He was a natural athlete, but it was his leadership skills that caught the eyes of coaches and teachers. Soon, Daren was selected for the Windward Islands youth setup, and from there, destiny opened its door. Daren Sammy wasn't just playing cricket, he was rewriting his island's history. Until then, St. Lucia had never produced a West Indies cricketer. That changed in 2004, when Sammy was called up to the West Indies ODI team. On July 8th, he made his debut against New Zealand, becoming the first St. Lucian to represent the West Indies in international cricket. His early ODI appearances were steady but unspectacular. He wasn't a flamboyant batsman or a fiery fast bowler. Instead, he was the glue, reliable, consistent, always putting the team first. But his breakthrough moment came in 2007, on his Test debut against England at Old Trafford. After a slow start, he delivered a stunning second-innings spell of 7 for 66, instantly earning respect worldwide. That performance made headlines, but more importantly, it gave Daren belief, not just in himself, but in the dreams of every boy playing barefoot cricket across the Caribbean. St. Lucia rejoiced. The streets of Mikude lit up. Daren Sammy had arrived, the unexpected captain. By 2010, West Indies cricket was lost in a maze of instability, politics, and underachievement. The glory days of Clive Lloyd and Sir Vivian Richards seemed like a distant dream. The team was searching for a savior, someone to restore pride, unity, and purpose. The selectors took a bold gamble. Daren Sammy was named West Indies Test and ODI captain. Critics scoffed. He wasn't the best all-rounder in the region. He hadn't established himself as an automatic pick. But what he lacked in flair, he made up for in heart. And the heart, as history has shown us, beats louder than talent alone. Sammy's first task was to rebuild. He brought discipline, brotherhood, and belief. He led by example, often bowling long spells without complaint, and scoring gritty runs down the order. His captaincy stats may not have turned heads, but his impact on team morale was transformative. He emphasized faith and family. Players prayed together before matches. Celebrations were communal. Losses were shared, not blamed. Slowly, the West Indies began to resemble a team again. The 2012 T20 revolution. In a world increasingly obsessed with T20 cricket, Sammy found his true calling. The shorter format suited his warrior spirit, explosive with the bat, sharp with the ball, and always tactical. The 2012 ICC T20 World Cup in Sri Lanka saw Sammy elevate himself from leader to legend. The West Indies team, full of mercurial talents like Chris Gale, Marlon Samuels, and Sunil Narine had firepower but needed guidance. Sammy provided it. He played the anchor role both on and off the field. Under his captaincy, the West Indies reached the final and faced hosts Sri Lanka in a high-voltage match in Colombo. Batting first, the Windies were 32 for 2 in the 10th over, but a scintillating 78 from Marlon Samuels and a cameo from Sammy himself helped post 137, a defendable total. The bowlers did the rest. The West Indies won the title, and the team celebrated with dance, joy, and a spirit that reminded the world of what Caribbean cricket was all about. Daren Sammy, the captain no one wanted, had delivered West Indies' first major ICC title in over a decade. Though the 2012 T20 victory brought glory, Sammy's challenges were far from over. As captain, he often found himself in the crosshairs of board politics, particularly with the West Indies Cricket Board, WICB. He was seen as too outspoken, too honest, too willing to stand up for his team. Pay disputes, internal unrest, and board indifference created a toxic environment. Sammy kept his head high, but the toll was visible. In 2014, he stepped down as Test captain and was later dropped from the longest format. Yet, he continued to serve as the T20 captain, still believing in the power of purpose. Then came 2016, a year that redefined Daren Sammy forever. The T20 World Cup in India was held amid chaos. Players hadn't been paid, contracts were unclear, the board was silent. But Sammy held the group together. In public, he wore smiles. In private, he led with steel. West Indies stormed into the final and faced England. The world watched in awe as Carlos Brathwaite smashed 4 consecutive sixes in the last over to win the title. But it was Sammy's post-match speech that became the defining moment. He took the mic and poured his heart out. He called out the board's negligence, thanked fans, praised his teammates, and showed the world that West Indies cricket wasn't dead. It had just been mismanaged. Tears flowed. Fans roared. He had not only won the title, but the world's admiration, the fallout, and departure. One would expect that after delivering 2 T20 World Cups, Daren Sammy would be celebrated as a national treasure. But in a cruel twist, he was unceremoniously dropped after the 2016 triumph. No explanation, no farewell. It was a bitter pill, but Sammy didn't whine. He walked away with his dignity intact and his head held high. He continued to speak for player rights, fairness, and accountability. To many, he had become more than a cricketer. He was now a symbol of resistance, a voice for the voiceless. T20, nomad, and mentor. Post-international cricket, Sammy became a sought-after T20 franchise player. His calm demeanour, leadership experience, and versatility made him a perfect fit for leagues around the globe. He played in Pakistan Super League, PSL, for Peshawar Zalmi, Indian Premier League, IPL, for Sunrisers Hyderabad, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Bangladesh Premier League, BPL, and CPL with St. Lucia Zouks. In Peshawar, he became a hero. He learned Pashto, embraced the culture, and became an ambassador for Pakistani-West Indian cricket relations. In 2020, he was appointed head coach of Peshawar Zalmi, further cementing his role as a mentor and guide. He also coached and advised St. Lucia Kings in the Caribbean Premier League, CPL, continuing to invest in his homeland's cricketing future. Accolades, honours, and beyond the boundary. Daren Sammy's contributions weren't lost on St. Lucia. In 2014, the Beausejour Cricket Stadium was renamed Daren Sammy National Cricket Stadium, a rare honour for a living cricketer. In 2020, he was appointed to Cricket West Indies Board and later as a T20I coach in 2023, charged with developing the next generation of Caribbean cricket warriors. Sammy also used his voice for global causes. He spoke openly about racial discrimination, particularly after the Black Lives Matter movement took center stage. He revealed incidents of subtle racism in cricket circles and demanded transparency and change. He became a public speaker, a commentator, and a cricket ambassador, a rare blend of charisma, conviction, and clarity. The Daren Sammy legacy, a torch that still burns. Daren Sammy never scored a triple century. He never led the bowling charts, but no cricketer has symbolized sacrifice, service, and spirit quite like him. He broke barriers as St. Lucia's first international cricketer, captained West Indies to 2 T20 World Cup victories, challenged authority with integrity, inspired teammates, fans, and future generations, became a global ambassador for Caribbean pride. Today, he continues to coach, mentor, and guide. As West Indies white ball head coach, he's working to resurrect Caribbean cricket once more. His coaching philosophy mirrors his playing ethos: team first, play hard, stay humble. As of 2025, Sammy remains a beacon, not just for cricketers, but for every child in a small village who dares to dream big. His journey from Macoud's dusty lanes to cricket's grandest stages is proof that greatness isn't about privilege, it's about purpose. Daren Sammy is married to Kathy Daniels Sammy. The couple has been together for many years and share a strong, supportive relationship. They got married in 2006, and their union has been a cornerstone of Daren's grounded personal life, especially amid the highs and lows of his cricketing career. Please subscribe for more cricket stories.